Hey, welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. It is the first Monday of the month, which means we have in studio with us Bill Humbert. He is the Recruiter Guy, and if you didn't know, he's also the author of Recruiter Guy's Guide to Finding a Job. I've seen your poster up over at Barnes & Noble a while ago for book signings, which was kind of fun to see you on there. But welcome back. How are you, Bill?
I'm well, Chelsea. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
It's great to be back. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to have you here. It feels kind of like spring outside, right?
Yeah,
Just
I want that snow. I want more snow.
I know. I want some more snow as well. I'm like I said, thrilled to have you here. We're talking about some great things happening in terms of hiring needs. Park City in and of itself has how many nonprofits?
It has right around 85 nonprofits.
85, so there's definitely a need for new hires from time to time, right? And we are well known for that force of incredible nonprofits that we have. But this morning we're going to go over some tips that you need to know if you want to go about finding the right fit in terms of the talent you want to bring in to your nonprofit organization. So to begin with these tips, let's start off first by volunteers. A big part of nonprofits, of course, but that's an untapped resource, I think, sometimes.
It can be. You know, sometimes people who are the directors of the nonprofits are not, they think of those as a block that's over here, and they don't think of them necessarily as potential employees. They could be the employee that starts part-time and then evolves into a full-time employee. Somebody that shares the same passion that the nonprofit has. And so I've helped a couple of nonprofits find people that way. It's just they're within their group of volunteers.
Well, I like how you've listed here that the fact in and of itself that they are volunteering for your organization represents the fact that they are likely passionate about what your cause is.
You're right, Chelsea. You know, if they're there and they're spending whatever number of hours that they're spending with you, and usually, you know, especially when they have events, they spend a lot of hours, and they're not charging the nonprofit for any of that time, so obviously they're passionate about that.
And of course, my other thought was the fact that they have worked in that aspect as a volunteer. They definitely bring that experience, or rather that understanding, to that position. There's a lot of benefits to hiring a volunteer.
You've tried them out. And you know whether they're a cultural fit or not because they've been there for whatever period
interacting
of time.
with other employees and such.
Perfect. Yes, exactly.
Very good. So that's the first one. Next up, talk with board members. Why is this so important?
Well, you know, a lot of times your board members are business people, and business people know lots of people. And so it's important to share with them that the importance of them networking, helping you network to find the right person. And again, the board members share your passion for that mission. And so for them, it's really important to make sure the right person comes.
So they are equally, if not just as anxious to find a good fit for that. I can only imagine they would be nothing but adamant about finding a good fit.
That's exactly right. That's what they want, is to make sure that the nonprofit continues to move forward with its mission.
Very good. Next up, we have meeting leaders in the community to see if, and kind of for the same reason, they are kind of tapped into maybe different resources and people that you may not be.
Chelsea, these are really the untapped resource, because what happens? They're out there constantly talking to people. They're, if you're talking about the city council, they're out there meeting people every Thursday night. and they're getting a sense for some of their passions too at those meetings. And I'm sure they meet people on the street. So there could be some opportunities there for them to help you network to find the right person.
Very good. And the last one is about striking a deal with a professional recruiter who may recruit someone for marketing acknowledgement. To explain this, and this is one I don't think that many would consider initially.
They don't even think about it, honestly. They think of the 20% or 25% fee and just say, well, I can't afford that. But there are ways for you to be able to find good people through recruiters. Recruiters, if they really are interested in your mission, then what they will do is they'll help you. Maybe if you cover their costs, they won't charge the profit on top. And then you can give them some, for instance, the Egyptian Theater has the Pharaoh Club. Well, if the cost makes sense, make them a free member of the Pharaoh Club. or Sundance Institute has tons of different ways that doesn't cost them money, but they could give marketing recognition to that recruiter.
Exactly.
So all of the nonprofits have ways that they don't even think about usually to make it attractive for a recruiter to help them.
Very good. And I like how, as we've been talking about these, this is from really the standpoint of, the employer, right? But as I was thinking about something, you could utilize these if you're looking to work for a nonprofit, be a volunteer. You yourself talk with a board member, get in touch with that organization. It kind of goes both ways.
It's in my book.
Yep, exactly right. and speaking of, Bill, let's remind people of really the rundown of what they can expect if they get their hands on this.
It is, first of all, there have been a lot of books written on how to find a job by people who are authors, but not recruiters. And so this book was written by me. I'm in the trenches every day, and I'm recruiting. My current client is Acciona Wind Power in Iowa. And so my book takes them right from the beginning of the job search all the way through to the salary negotiation and then your first day on the job. And it's step by step. And there's actually a couple points in there where I suggest to people at the end of a chapter, okay, now review what you've done up to now. And if you haven't done everything, stop, do that, and then let's move forward. You have a lot of great parts in this, everything from phrases to use when it comes to your resume, to experiences that people can draw from and maybe relate to. So a lot of good stuff in your hands if you've got this. So Bill, thank you so much. As a reminder, if we want to get in touch with you, we can go to your website or others. Yep, www.recruiterguy.com. Best way to find me because my phone number and my email is on there. Very good. Well, Bill, appreciate your time this morning. We look forward to next month. Thank you. Me too. Thanks, Chelsea. Thanks. I'll be right back after this break, and when we do, we are talking with Mike Kilchenstein. He is with Ramp Sports, sharing with us some new gear. Ski season is not anywhere close to over yet, at least for us. We're going to be out till the very last week. Speaking of Bill's going out here soon, so that's coming up next with some new gear that you want to take out with you on the slopes.